Of course they weren't.
Those were
These
like,
are not
even
the
it's a
droids you're
different
looking
model,
for.
right? Like,
It doesn't matter. They just hate droids.
okay, sure.
I remember reading that somewhere.
Okay.
So, and that's why the clones existed, and then people don't like clones, but that's another issue.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, sure.
What I found funny is he's like, I guarantee this is a brand new, speeder.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, and this like jalopy rolls up.
Yeah.
But now, did you ever watch Big Bang Theory?
No.
So the driver of that jalopy speeder is a guy named Bert in the Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
And he's like this big lumbering, like really socially awkward geologist. But I love him as a character on that show, and he's just there, in general. As the speeder driver, he only gets a couple lines, but I just love him as a character. So I thought it was really cool that a character from another show who cameos in the other show is cameoing. I know we're never going to see him again, but I really like Bert in Big Bang Theory. And then, he doesn't look like Bert because he's all covered up and whatever. And you hear him, when I hear him talk, I'm like, that's got to be Bert. And it was pretty cool.
I don't know who Bert is. I know Ernie.
Wrong guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His brother.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I like your headcanon that this could actually be the same droid from Empire Strikes Back. I like that. I don't know if it is or not, but,
It is now.
good enough for me.
Yeah,
so
it is now.
If it's a different name, then he just changed his name. So.
Yeah. I mean, look, he was hiding. He had a couple bounties on himself at this point, so.
Right. But watching that droid in action was my favorite part of the episode.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Watching him turn and his head turn
and
him
the
looking.
eye would swing around to look at another target right as he shot.
Yeah. It was really cool. Plus the fact that he's always trying to like self-destruct was like really funny.
That was hilarious.
Yes.
Like I was feeling enraged for Mando.
Yes.
Stop doing that. Stop it.
Just hold your horses. Like, I don't know, like, it's funny, but it's like, how did this droid ever get through a bounty previously? Like, this guy would have been in a bad situation at one point, right? So, I don't know, like, it's, when you stop and think about it, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's still pretty funny in the moment.
No,
right?
I loved it. I didn't even stop to think about it until now, and I'm still going to keep loving it, because it was great. So now what I found interesting here was, this clearly is not a bounty from the same person with both of them, though.
Right.
Because the droid was intent on killing him.
Yes.
So now, my question is...
Although Werner Herzog's character did say that you can kill him for a lower rate, right? But the droid was pretty intent on killing him right away.
Right, like there was no chance. It was his bounty was for Baby Yoda to be dead.
Yes.
Now, do you think he's turning him in?
Our Mandalorian?
Yeah. Do you think Mando's
No.
turning him in? Okay, because I had an argument with somebody because I said no. Once he saw how cute he was, he wasn't going to bounty him now, right?
It's not because of how cute he is.
Well, there's a lot of reasons, but I'm using
It's
cute.
because of his flashbacks in the first episode.
I know.
Him being a youth and like having no parents.
Yeah, they call him something. They call him
Loners. Something like that.
No. Oh man, when he goes to
Get that armor
Guild
made.
she uses a word.
That's right, yes. This will help a lot of onlys or whatever, something like that. I can't remember what they're
exactly.
called. Yes. And then we get, as she's melting that down and building that armor for him.
Foundlings.
He has these flashbacks to him as a youth.
Right.
So, like, I can see already that because this is a child, that he's not going to be able to finish this bounty. And at some point in this series, they're going to have a bounty on him.
Absolutely.
Right? So, like, I could see that, like, I mean, I might be wrong, but to me, that's clearly where the plot of this series is going to go.
Yeah, and I think
right?
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. But, I mean, like, so him and this baby Yoda are going to be working together. Yoda's going to help him a couple more times with the Force and whatnot. So, but yeah, at some point, a bounty's going to be placed on the bounty hunter.
Yeah, I think so. Or Yoda's going to become a foundling. Baby Yoda's going to become a foundling for the guild. But I think it's more likely that, no, he's no longer going to be a Mandalorian at some point.
Okay, you just said something. I didn't get the impression that foundlings were for the guild. I just thought, like, foundlings are just, like, orphans.
I think, okay, maybe. I thought foundlings were people that the guild takes in and then kind of raises.
Maybe
That's why the rest of that money can go to the foundlings, because they don't have a family to buy them stuff to be a Mandalorian.
So maybe this woman Mandalorian that was making this armor, maybe the Mandalorians are foundlings, all of them, not bounty hunters, right? Because I don't believe that all Mandalorians are bounty hunters. Okay, because Mandalorian, I don't know all the history. I don't read the secondary material. I don't read the novels. Okay, so I don't know what's in those books, which has been wiped out by Disney anyways.
Well, unless it came after Disney took over. Anything after is all actually in. It's not extended universe anymore. It's canon.
But I don't read any of that. But I'm assuming that Mandalorian is kind of like a Knights of the Templar or something like that, where it's like this league that you join, maybe a Sikh or something like that, where you have to pass some tests.
Well, yeah, because she did say tribe too.
Yes. So, Mandalorian, I don't think is a species.
No, I don't think so.
Right? So you could have, just like you can have different aliens be Jedi, you can have different aliens be Mandalorians, right? But maybe all Mandalorians are foundlings.
It's possible, and that would be interesting. And we're supposed to learn a lot about what Mandalorians are in this series, so maybe that comes out, and maybe the catalyst is this Baby Yoda being a foundling that's going to end up showing us the rest of this story.
Right, but if he does, and if he's a foundling and all Mandalorians are foundling, then when he grows up, I mean, like, that helmet on his head is going to look weird if he gets one of those Mandalorian helmets with, like, big ears on it.
It's going to look ridiculous. He's not going to be as cute as he is now.
And he's going to be a lot shorter of a Mandalorian.
Well,
too,
I
right?
mean, he'll kind of give it away, but...
Yeah.
Well, I like that, too, because even the prisoner was like, you guys really never take your helmet off?
Yeah.
Because they don't, right? Like, we've never seen it.
Yeah.
There was two of them talking to each other, and they left the helmets on.
Yeah, yeah. Which, I don't know, like, going to a Star Trek reference, like, makes me think of the Breen.
Yeah, okay.
Which brings you back to the Star Wars of Return of the Jedi with Boosh or whatever Leia was.
Right.
So when Leia was the in Jedi, when she was trying to save Han from carbonite.
Right. Right. And then we saw the carbonite scene again. Where the guy goes to go to the bathroom and.
Yeah. Okay. So I had a minor problem with that.
Everybody had a problem with that. Let me see if yours was the same.
Okay. So when it comes to fandom and they show you certain things, very true that they don't explain everything. But to me, this carbonite thing was something that was exclusive to Cloud City.
Okay, that's not what everyone else was complaining about either. Interesting.
Okay, yeah, so, like, to me, this is like a technology that's on Cloud City as a part of their mining operation, and the fact that he has this technology on his ship...
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, like, I can get past it, right? Like, It doesn't hold up the story for me, but I was just like, well, why would he have this?
So
Because they're explaining carbonite in Empire Strikes Back. Yes, we're the audience, and we need to know.
Right. So. Okay. So maybe one possibility is that since that ended, that technology's been sold off to places. That's possible.
Could be. Yeah.
However, I didn't even think of that. The problem everyone else had was this guy clearly goes down there, kind of trying to figure out a way out of here at some point. Opens up a door, sees guns, and immediately closes them and runs away.
Well, what was he going to do with them?
Take one and shoot the guy who has you prisoner.
I think he's just, I don't know, the way that I interpret that is he's like scared, he's completely frightened because he saw that Mandalorian take on how many people in that bar?
But then why even go down there to look around? You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that seem a little odd in and of itself?
Yes, because he was clearly looking for something, right?
Right, that's what I mean. You find guns and you're, like, even if you, I don't know, I think if I was in that position, like, even if I didn't take a gun there, I wouldn't, like, his reaction was a little over that. It was like, oh no, close quickly. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess at the time, what I thought is he was looking for a way to escape, like, later on, like when the Mandalorian was sleeping or something like that. I don't know. It didn't bother me.
Yeah, but even if that was the case,
I understand what you're saying.
Like, yeah, even if that's the case, even if you're not going to take a gun now, close it, keep it locked. Okay, if I need one, hit this button, that door opens. You know, like,
yeah,
whatever. again, it didn't hold up the story for me either. I mean, it was such a small part because he immediately gets thrown into carbonite, and then we don't have to deal with him anymore.
Which I don't think that the blue guy was expecting.
No,
right? So
not at all. He tried to weasel his way out of even getting taken at first, but that didn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we kind of gave a good rundown of the first episode and how it ends up being a Baby Yoda at the end, and
right.
he
Okay.
kills
Well,
the droid.
let me ask you about that. So, what did you think of that reaction and finding that it was a baby?
Well, so if it's going to be a baby, it has to be like a Yoda, right? Because, no, not many other species live as long as that, so they wouldn't be able to be 50 years old because they set us up for an old man, right?
That's right. They set us up for a 50-year-old at the beginning, but I mean, it could have been anything.
It could have been, and I mean, we have seen one other character older than Yoda. Yoda was the oldest character in Star Wars until one of the two new movies. I don't remember which one.
Oh, like Snoke?
No. Where Rey gets the lightsaber, so it must have been The Force Awakens.
Okay.
The one, I forget her name, with the goggles on.
Oh, yeah.
She's 1,000.
Sophia Petrillo.
Is that who plays it?
No.
Okay.
Sophia Petrillo is Ma from Golden Girls.
No, it's something with an M, but I can't remember her name at the moment. And,
Mama Gawunga Bunga, or
yeah,
whatever.
Exactly.
It's a Star Wars name, so it's weird.
Just stroke out.
Yeah.
So, but she's actually older than Yoda is, so it could have been one of that race too. Mm-hmm. But no one's going to hear 50 and immediately think, "Let me find the oldest races," and think this is a baby.
Nobody wants a Last Jedi callback.
Well, this was The Force Awakens, not The Last Jedi.
She was in Last Jedi too, in like the worst, dumbest scene ever.
I kind of blocked that movie out.
Yeah, she's like on a phone call and like blowing a bunch of people away.
Okay.
So, anyways, whatever. Let's.
And she's 1,000. So again, I thought we were just going to find an old man. Like I didn't expect the Force in this series.
Yes.
Definitely not early.
Yeah.
Because all we keep hearing from coming out of Star Wars is that this next movie is it. That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Now they can actually stay true to that, and they can end the Skywalker line of movies and start all over again with this baby.
Well, they didn't say it's the end of the Force. They've just said that it's the end of the 9 movies.
Well, that's what I mean. Most people took that to mean there'd be no more Star Wars movies, right? That's what a lot of people I know took it as.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I think whatever quote-unquote disappointment at the box office from Solo, like, I don't know. I didn't hate Solo. I thought it was just fine.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Yeah, I don't know. I just assume they're just done making movies and they're going to focus on TV for a while.
I think they will, but I think they're coming back with movies, and I think now they're giving themselves an out to come back with movies if they wanted to, and just focus on a different line of Jedi. Because really, if you look at it, all Jedi that we know of, that we care about, are somehow tied to Yoda.
So
directly.
Star Wars is the story of Yoda.
It really is.
Yeah.
But he's somehow directly trained all the important ones up until this point.
Well, didn't those Game of Thrones guys get signed on for like 3 Star Wars movies and then they just backed out?
I think so.
Yeah, so I don't think that they're done with the Star Wars movies because that announcement came after the cancellation of Rian Johnson's trilogy, right?
Yes.
Because they were going to do a Rian Johnson trilogy and then, fanboys flipped out over The Last Jedi. Like, I don't know, like, you don't have to like everything Star Wars, right? Like, I didn't really like... I hate The Force Awakens. Like, honestly, it's my least favorite Star Wars movie. If you love it, good for you. I good for you. Why would I care? Why would I try and take that away from you? My favorite of the original trilogy is Return of the Jedi, and people think I'm nuts for that. I love Return of the Jedi, and nobody can ever take that away from me. Why would I want to take your love of The Force Awakens away? Why would I want to take your love of The Last Jedi? No, these movies are made. You can't wipe them from canon. It doesn't matter if I like them or not, and it doesn't matter if you like them or not. Like, I'm not saying you. I'm saying you as in the internet in general.
The proverbial you.
The proverbial you.
Okay,
so like, I don't know. So I don't even know where I was